Hey guys, what's up, it's jjaaxxthelegend here, and today I'm in another Minecraft redstone tutorial. In this week's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you guys how to build a fully automatic weeping vine farm. Now this farm can collect not only weeping vines, but it can also turn them into bone meal for you. So if you want to have a look in here, we've got quite a few weeping vines. And if I flick this lever, you can see it starts converting into bone meal. Automatically, we don't have to do anything, then we can flick it again, and boom, it stops. I'm going to be showing you guys how to build two different versions. I'm going to show you the tileable version and then the small compact version. So the materials you're going to need will appear on your screen now. The left side is for the small compact version and the right side is for the tileable version. Now the tile version is in two sections. So if your tileable build is bigger than mine, the one that I'm going to be building today, then don't repeat the first section. Okay, so now let's get on to the tutorial. We're going to be starting with the smaller version. So we're going to start off by placing 3 magenta concrete or any placeholder blocks at the bottom. Then directly on top of that, place 3 observers facing towards where your weeping vines want to go. Then on top of that, place 2 blocks on each of the observers with pistons on top of them. Block on top of your piston, a block diagonally up from your piston, like that. That's what it should look like. It should go 1 block, observer, 2 blocks, pistons, 1 block, then 1 diagonally block. That. Now come behind these observers, place 1 block diagonally down, grab out a repeater, come 1 out from the observer, like this, and then we'll put that onto 2 ticks delay. Come 1 up, place a redstone torch, 1 more up, redstone torch, and then come 1 in with repeaters. These are just regular repeaters. No tick delays on these. Cool. No clicks. Okay, so now coming directly under these blocks here, we want to dig 3 blocks down on all of them. And then coming out of that, we want to dig a 5x4 area that is all 3 blocks down as well. So you have something that looks like that. Now, come with hoppers, place a temporary block in the middle, come 1 more block out with that temporary block. Place a hopper going into that temporary block and 2 more hoppers going into the side of that hopper. So no matter which hopper we throw the item into, it'll always end up here in the middle one. Now that you've done that, place 2 more temporary blocks here and here and place hoppers going into those. Break those blocks and place chests in front of them, double chests facing this way. That. Now, once you've done that, you want to dig another 3 blocks down, 1, 2, 3, on all of here, so we have lots of room to move around. Like that. Okay, now that you've done that, place a hopper directly under this chest towards the backside, going into a composter, like this. So 1 composter. Then you want to place a hopper facing forwards, going into another chest under the composter. Super simple. So now to make this toggleable so you can have it composting or not, you want to place a redstone lamp or any block next to the hopper. You can have a redstone lamp or not. I'd have it a redstone lamp just so I know when it's activated. Then place a lever on that block so when you flick it, this hopper should be locked, so any item you gets put in here, it shouldn't go into the composter, but when it does, you can see it starts filling up the composter. So now that we've got that, we need to grab some sort of block or glass and put it around this system so that the weeping vines don't get thrown out, and start planting in the weeping vines. Go. These. Like that. And presto. We are now done. So that's how you make the super simple version. Let's go on how you make the infinitely expandable version. Okay, so while I'm clearing out a little bit of this area, I will explain to you what we're going to be making. We're going to be making 1 pod or 1 sort of line of redstone that you can replicate, and it will not combine with any of the other redstoning. It's completely and easily tileable. Okay, so let's start by placing in our base on what type, on how big we want it. So we need to start by grabbing in some hoppers, placing 1 directly in the middle. Now this changes on how big you want it, so you need to work that out. So if you want it, say, let's go, if you want 8 big, you need to place one hopper on the either the middle or the most left or right side, and then you need to place blocks going all the way over to one of those sides. Let me grab a bit of a nicer block, concrete, all the way over to one of those sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then one more over to put the water in, and then you can cover that one part up. And what this does is it allows it so the water will flow right over to the hopper and end directly on the hopper. Water, just like that. You can see it'll end directly on the hopper and it will not stop before it. So that's exactly what we want. However, if you wanted to make it 8-way both ways, so you have a total of 17 because you have the one in the middle, you can do that. You could even add one hopper to the side so you can have it 18 8-way both sides. But that, you might think, but that's where it stops, Jax. What if I want to make it bigger? What if I want to make it 100 blocks? Well, that's where you have a few different options. One of the options is to have it all hoppers, which I think is probably the most crazy way of doing it because that's a lot of iron. But the other way is to just have a larger gap in the middle of hoppers. So you could say have that many hoppers in the middle, where it's still quite a few, but not nearly as many as you would normally need. And then have 8 on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that will save you a load of resources. So many. So that means if I place water in on this side, hopefully I've counted correctly. I have. And I throw a block into here. It'll move very simply and it'll go into our hoppers. So that's probably the best way of making it. I was looking into other systems where you have, say, water going under a slab. But then I had the issue of items landing on that slab, so that wasn't the best way of doing it, as we did get item loss. So now I'm just going to fix up these hoppers because I placed them a bit sporadically because I was trying to do it quickly. So now we're going to have it so all of them go into the middle hoppers. Now I actually want a 2-block middle because I want that double chest storage to look very, very clean. So we're going to extend this one out on all sides like this. There we go. Then we should have a 2-block middle here. So what we're going to do is come out so the 2-block middle are facing out like this. And then connect them into the 2 sides. So it goes right across to the edge. So any items will either go into the middle hopper here or the middle hopper here. These blocks here. You can see it. But now that's the collection system. We'll do the chest after we've built the farm. Okay, so to build the farm, all you need is your observer. So you'll need some observers and some redstone torches just to start with. Let's start by adding in our first layer. We're going to have our observer towards the bottom. So we're going to have a magenta concrete behind it with a redstone torch, block, redstone torch, just like that. Then you can either keep this going up so you have super high farm, you can go up as high as you want, or you can keep down nice and low. Now remember, the torch at the top has to be turned off, so you cannot have a torch like that. The top one always has to be turned off. So we're going to start by adding in our observer here, so it's facing towards where our vines grow. Then we're going to come 1 block out with magenta concrete, like this. Place a repeater there. Oh, forgot which of this, sorry, we actually needed a repeater. Repeater here going up into a block with the redstone torch on it, like that. Now, the reason why I didn't do it this super compact way over there is because it's actually more complicated and more confusing to the beginner Minecrafter. But to make it super compact, what you can do is place a block there, place a redstone torch there, which will instantly be turned off, and then place a piston on that redstone torch like that, which will make it a whole one block shorter than that, which is actually quite a lot in the redstoning world. And again, this is completely tileable and will work on all of the versions 1.16 and up. But just in case there are a few changes, check the pinned comment if there is one that says how to. There will be one on how to fix it, or if there is no way to fix it, it'll be saying that. But so now, like we did over there, we need to go to our piston, place 1 block on top of it, and go 1 diagonally up. We need to place a block here just so that doesn't get lost, and then we can replicate this all the way over to the side. Now you can still go over the hoppers, you don't have to try and ignore those, so you don't have to stop right there. You can go right over those because the hoppers will still collect them if they've fallen on top of them. Right over to the edge there, it's all above the water. And again, replicating this. Across. It's quite simple to replicate because of how compact it can be with them all being next to each other. You just place it in a line, grab your materials, place it all in a full line, and you've got your full farm. I'm almost done, just getting there on the last few blocks that I need to place. Yeah, so you can make it as long as you want, as long as you stay in the rendered chunks. And of course, the longer you make it, the more lag you'll have. So make sure not to make it too long in the, say, spawn chunks where it's constantly active. But otherwise, you'll get some lag on your server, in your world, which most people don't want. Okay, so let's just quickly place in these redstone torches. Misplaced it here. And place in these ones here. Okay, so I've now fully done the farm. I've even started to plant in a few vines, but it is not fully working yet, even though that vine had grown, because we need to set all these repeaters onto 2 ticks delay, so that is 1 click on all these repeaters here that I've got added in. What this does is it makes the pulse detectable long enough for the redstone to detect it and the piston to be powered. So now if I bone meal, say, this vine here that had already grown, it'll power it and it'll be broken. However, it'll be thrown out because we haven't added in the glass sort of casing around it. So we got to add that in, and then we have our farm complete. We just have to put in the collection system. Okay, so I built this so it's a few blocks above the ground because I didn't realize the ground was actually slanted here. However, if you didn't do it, don't worry, you can always dig down a little bit. But because I don't have to dig down as much. I will have to do it just a tiny bit. So here we have our hoppers facing outwards. What we want to do is place a chest on each of those, just like this. And then we're also going to have to place in some fake blocks here. That chest can be opened through, so I'm going to be placing in some glass. Oh, we have some weeping vines here. So I'm going to place some glass, because if concrete's over it, you can't open it. So glass will work just fine there. So now, once we've got that there, all we have to do is place 2 more chests like this. Place some more hoppers going into those. Place 2 hoppers under these chests like so. You can place them 1 further back to make it more compact, or 1 further forward to make it look better. I'm going to have it 1 further back to make it as compact as possible. Then you want to have those hoppers going directly down into the ground, where you're going to have a composter on both sides. And then under that, we're going to have 2 hoppers going into chests, just like this. 2 hoppers going into 2 chests, just like that. Now to make this toggleable, all you have to do is grab your lamp, place the redstone lamp either next to the composter or at level with the hopper. I'm going to place it next to it so it looks nice and tidy. And then place a lever on top of those redstone lamps, and you can flick it to toggle it on and off. So now, because it's toggled, when I put a weeping vine in here, it shouldn't go down into the composter, and it doesn't. But when I turn it back on, you can see that green potion effect, and the composter has, not potion effect, and the composter had gained a level. So now we have a fully working weeping vine farm that you can get loads of bone meal from and loads of weeping vines to decorate your spooky nether base. That's going to be the end of this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment, and remember to subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys later. And remember, stay carbonated.